things. Now we just see everything we believe.
We just see everything. We just see everything. We just see everything.
Hey everyone, it's DBG, and today, I know usually I would do these skits and everything, you know, with food, cooking, of what some kind of creative thing I've made up or some kind of recipe I follow. But today, since we're actually getting close to Christmas, you know, holly jolly Christmas going on, I recently watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know, the one with Jim Carrey, not the original version, the cartoon version, which was only like a 30-minute long special. And I got to thinking, there are some things they should have improved on. I know, yes, critiquing a 14-year-old movie by now, but there are some things that I'm shocked they didn't actually go through. I was rewatching this, with, you know, with a couple friends of mine, and it got me thinking about 3 very specific things that we actually talked about between each other that they should have done. And actually, we're going to be talking about that right now. I mean, personally, I do love How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. I love his facial expressions. I mostly love everything about it. And quite honestly, it's not as bad as people say it is. There are certain scenes I can understand, maybe take out or maybe explain more, you know, but that's really nitpicky. But as a kid's movie, being back in 2003, I was only 12 years old when this movie came out, and I honestly enjoy it. I love Jim Carrey in many of his other movies, so this really wasn't that much of a shocker, especially he was able to be expressive as the Grinch. Let's begin with this one. So, 1, the scene where Cindy Lou Who's father, Lou, talked about how no one sends the Grinch Christmas cards. I can understand that, and you know how the Grinch is, you know, he wants everyone to stay away from him. But here's the thing, why not his parents? Why did his parents not send him anything? Not a single letter to him. But here's something they could have done to do that. First off, we see that after the scene that Cindy Lou Who goes in the back, before Cindy Lou Who goes in the back, the Grinch is throwing, you know, all the cards to blackmail, Jerry do, la 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 la. That scene, how about this? He accidentally puts mail into his box. Something that doesn't say his name on it, it just says, to the resident of this house. Okay. And of course, Cindy Lou Who's father goes a little bit, oh my god, I have to send this and take this up to the Grinch. As he's walking towards the mountain, the mayor stops him. And he's like, whoa, Lou, where are you going? He's like, well, Mayor, I'm actually going up to the mountain and give the Grinch his mail. He's like, and the mayor, who, you know, watched him multiple times, is kind of an asshole to the Grinch. He's like, oh, no, the Grinch doesn't get any mail. You know this. I don't know what you're talking about. Grinch gets mail. Ha. But here's the thing. He gives it to his little his little person. It's like, here you go. And as he's talking to Lou, the person grabs a big old stamp and puts returned to sender on it. Okay, understandable. But where am I going with this? Here's the thing. When the Grinch is going around and stealing everything from everyone, he goes to his parents' house. Now, he could probably decide whether or not he's going to steal from them, but he opens a closet and tons and tons of boxes fall on him. So what's important about the boxes? Here's the thing. Those boxes are all return letters. Christmas, Easter, birthday, holiday, random letters, all returned. Because they said to the Grinch, and they all say returned to sender. Boxes and boxes, 20 years, 15 years worth of mail, all returned. But the Grinch doesn't need to see that. But show don't tell is a very popular thing in media, as you know, Nostalgia Critic has talked about. And this is something they could have shown to us as the audience. Why did they not do that? You showed a scene saying the Grinch doesn't get any mail. We already know the mayor's an asshole. Let's make him a bigger asshole about showing that he wants to make sure no one loves him because he's fearful that he would go after his woman. So it's an idea. we just need to see it. It shows that like there's people that love him. His family still loves him. They want him back. And that's understandable. It's the Christmas time. It's Christmas, it's everything, holiday, birthday, all these. They want him back in their lives.
Oh, gee, I never thought of it like that.
Now the next one's going to be a little bit, you know, more personal, you know, on a more lover's note. Because yes, you see Martha May all of a sudden like, I'm going with the Grinch, even though I haven't seen him in 20 years. So let's change this up a little bit. Let's put a little bit more love. What if, during the scene where he takes the ring from Martha May's drawer and under it is the gift he gave her when they were children? Again, one of those scenes that he doesn't need to see, but we see it. We see that she kept it after years, showing she still cares for him enough to hold on to this gift that meant so much for him. This kid, who was 8 to 10 years old, was able to create something absolutely fantastic using fire, melting, and blacksmithing something, showing that the gift he created for her meant more to her than a gift someone bought. Making a gift is very difficult, and you know, even if it's something minor, means a lot to a person that they took the time out of their day to like physically make something for them. And I can understand, to Martha, that meant a lot to her, especially in the mindsets of the Who of Christmas, where it's bye, especially since we saw the scene where the freaking mayor is trying to buy Martha with a fucking car to marry him. And she is stunned that she doesn't know what to do because the Grinch is there to see it and say, what the hell is going on here? Gifts. But they should at least show that scene in the original take, because it tells that like she cares about him enough to hold on to a gift she was received and didn't throw it out. Because remember when he was talking about throwing it out into the dumpster, and I'm the one who finds it at the dump. I find all your gifts at the dump. But something like this that he made and she kept, what a hit. A person saying, wow, she kept it. She's not a dick. To a point. Now here's the last one I think would have driven a lot into people's hearts. The scene where right after he scratches the car, he talks about gifts. Gifts. And he gets really pissed off. And he talks about, you know, I want this, I want that, I want a pony so I can ride for 3 days, get bored, and sell it to the factory and make glue.
I want a pony so I can ride it twice, get bored, and sell it to make glue.
How about this? Instead of a horse, we think, how about his dog, Max? Where am I going with this? Now here's the thing. Remember early in the movie he talks about, yes!
Down the size of the hat! And this time, I'll keep it all.
What happened? Why was it down? Why did it grow? He found Max. Now how am I going to connect those two? Easy. He found Max during Christmas. He found Max on the street in a box. And he's like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. You throw your kids out. You're throwing a living being out on the street. This is ridiculous. And so he takes that dog and keeps it as his home. And his heart grows a little bit because of that. Because he could not stand the Who's for doing something like that to a poor innocent animal. Now, would that make more sense for the scene instead of saying about the horse? He's like, I want a dog, I want a pet for 3 days, get bored, put it on the street in the cold. That would have driven out a lot more about the Grinch himself. That's like, he is still a caring person deep down. But it's not him. That's a hateful person. He cannot stand the Who's for what they are currently. That would have, I think that would have driven a good like idea, like these people do not take care of anything but themselves and are selfish, materialistic. And he's the one that has to save an innocent animal from the cold. And because, you know, some people argue like, oh wait, it's like, he only wanted that because he doesn't want to get bored in his home. Wait, Bub, remember that scene where he said, I don't know why, Max, I even go out. I have everyone I want to speak to here. And then he starts, you know, speaking to himself, echoing. No. He wanted Max because he fell in love with Max, wanted to save Max, wanted to take care of Max. His heart grew because of Max, and he had to shrink it down to get to his groggy self to hate the Who's more. He still cares about the dog enough to treat it like a person, because, you know, he needs companionship. He talks to the dog like a person. But he doesn't treat, okay, there is the scene where he does treat the dog like shit, but again, he treats the dog as a person, not as an animal. And of course, then later on, he grows a bigger heart. But him making that comment about the dog during that rant scene about the gifts would have driven much more and would have made a lot more sense connecting things in the movie together. Every scene I have talked about connects the movie more, makes it fuller, makes it connect, makes it loving, makes it more caring, makes it understandable, compassionate. I am talking about trying to connect the scenes together to make this greater. I know some people who hate the movie might actually relook at it as like, you know what? Yeah, that would have made the movie a little better. And people who are like saying like, who love the movie would probably love it even more if they have done this, because they would catch it and like, oh my God, they actually did that. That is amazing. Why didn't they? Why? I'm surprised they did not do that. But you know what? It's over. It's a 14-year-old movie. And hey, who knows? If they somehow remake it, which I doubt, because I believe, if I'm correct, Dr. Seuss's wife said, oh, hell no to these movies anymore. But it's an idea in the future that if she allows it, they go with something like this. Do another live action. You can do it right. You can make a live action movie correct. Especially since comic books are getting superb. Why not do something with Dr. Seuss? Go off the original idea of that Dr. Seuss in 2004. But add more stuff that would connect and drive home more about stop being materialistic, love your family, take care of those you decide to take care of. Don't be a dick to anyone. Besides that, Merry Christmas everyone, have a Happy New Year's, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and you know what? You have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this little alternative to my cooking stuff.